Welcome back, folks. Now you'll notice behind me we've got some cabinet doors that have no knobs. You got to reach up here like that to open them, and that sucks. So we're going to put some knobs on there. I'm going to show you how. Okay, now for this project, in addition to the knobs and machine screws for those, you're also going to need a pair of scissors, a box of any kind, one you can cut up. This is just an old envelope box, but pretty much any cardstock box, a cereal box, something like that works just fine for this. We're just going to use this to make a template, and then a tape measure or a ruler would work just fine. Phillips screwdriver, drill with a 5/32 bit, and a stick vac like that makes cleanup easy, but you can always just use a broom and dustpan or whisk or whatever too. So first thing you want to do is decide where you want your knob to be. You can go in the corner there. For the most part, you're going to center it on the stile. It just is a matter of how high it's going to be. You can do in the corner like that. You can do even with the top of the rail, or you can go a little bit above that. I think I'm going to go to where the bottom of the knob is even with the top of the rail, something like that. So I'm going to mark that and measure where that location is from the edges, and you'll notice there's a chamfer there. So I'm going to measure not from this side of the chamfer, but from this side here. So I've put a little mark where I want my hole to be, and I'm going to measure and see that it's about 1 3/8 of an inch in from the outside of the door, and then right at 3 1/8 from the bottom. So I'm going to transfer those measurements over to my box here after I cut it up. I think we're going to put a little piece of tape on there to hold that seam together. Now I want the sides here, we're going to need more tape there, I think, but I want those to be long enough to go past the chamfer so that they're touching on the edges of the door. So now I'm going to transfer those measurements from before. Here we've got our 3 1/8 from the bottom, then our 1 3/8 from the side. So where those lines would intersect is where we're going to have our hole, and that's going to be our template. I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole through there carefully so as to not drill myself. Now, we're going to check it against the door and see if we see our mark from before through the hole to know if we got the alignment right. Now, you probably can't see it through the camera very well, but I do see my marks in there. So anyway, we're going to mark through there. And then when we do the other side, we can't do that and definitely don't want to do that. You just want to go on the inside and do it from the back. So we'll get those marked and drilled, and we'll get our hardware on. And it's as simple as that. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.